Hail the Dark Lord, eat babies, rape virgins. What's up, Wolfpack? I'm Shadow the World, and today, first off, that little intro was, my Christian, it's what Christians assume I do, you know? I mean, yeah, that's definitely my daily thing. I mean, while I'm here preaching the betterment of humanity, our flaws, trying to find the good in everything, they're assuming I'm raping virgins and eating babies and, nailing people to pieces of wood and burning them alive because I'm a serious Satanist. Technically, I'm not even Satanist. I'm not sure what to call myself yet, but I guess you could say my religion is, even though it's not created by me, it is my own. In the end, no one has truly started a big giant movement of a church because our religion is a combination of religions. I prescribe myself as a Luciferian because it's easier than anything else because I worship Lucifer and there's not really a term other than that. It's like Satanist, and I'm like, no, Luciferian or Satanist, and I'm like, his name is Lucifer Satanist. That's literally how a Christian argument goes. Um, so, my, so I rarely talk about where I learned this from. I was very misguided when I first joined churches of Satanism. It wasn't even a church Satanism. It was a group led by a teenager claiming to be the Antichrist, and he was online. Now, I did not believe any of this, but I wanted an excuse to act badly, and I thought this was true Satanism, because I've always felt that God hated me. Was my main reason originally to join this evil cult. But then I met someone. I'm not at liberty to say my teacher's name, but I wanted to talk about him, and if he sees this video, I wanted to thank him for everything he did. Because me and 5 of my friends, last year in fact, I met him, and you see, I already was reading up on some of the books he left me, and he said he would never publish them, for he is simply there to kind of put knowledge, just set knowledge down. What we decide to do with it is our choice. And he taught me so many things. Now, he didn't particularly worship anything. He would take us out into the field. We'd sit around a bonfire and we'd talk about religion, how all of them exist because in the end, and deities live in interdimensional places. They don't live on Earth. They live, like God and Satan and all that, live in heaven and hell, which are different in places. Same with Olympus. Every religion exists. It's just that Satan and God's, their power specifically trumps all. Because in the end, God's voice interacts with humans, whereas Satan does the same. So he originally taught me that the belief of Lucifer and Satan being the same was commonly thought simply because Lucifer fell to hell. But in all truth, he could not fall by hating humans if humans were not already created. Basically, the belief is that Lucifer already saw when Adam and Eve were created plotting something, and he was cast out. During that time, as he fell into hell, that was the exact time when Satan tempted them to eat the apple. Well, tempted in Christianity. In my religion, look, first off, even in the Bible, he genuinely just asked them and told them the complete truth. You will not die, you will know good and evil. What they do, they knew good and evil, which is why Adam's like, oh shit, better pray. Whereas he's like, fuck that shit, man. Satan over here is telling the truth at least. So, yeah. He taught me a lot of things. I wanted to give a great thanks to him because in the end, he gave me all the deities. He said he did worship the 7 kings, but he didn't worship any of the specific ones. So, I paid tribute to Beelzebub. Gluttony is his sin. But in the end, and it's truly a peaceful sin. For food and eating and being a glutton, despite what people believe, gluttony is actually something that brings people together. Food is something that brings people together. Um, he's also the first demon to ever copulate, and by copulate I mean have sex with an angel and create a crossbreed. Um, the other one I pay major worship to is Lord Satan. And I know that seems a bit oblivious, me calling him Lord, but the fact is, Satan genuinely, a lot like Beelzebub, is very careless about his royalty, which is because he is half son of Satan. He is half fly demon. No one knows if he's a part fallen angel, but he's half fly demon in our religion and also half son of Satan. Now Satan also has very little care about his title as the devil. He doesn't really carry himself arrogant at that. He's more or less kind of like this powerhouse party boy. He represents wrath and celebration because he loves to fight. He loves everything, but the whole reason he loves celebration even more is because genuinely that's what you do after a great war. You know, you celebrate your victory. So in the end, celebration and parties is more his thing. And my main god, the one who I pay complete and utter kind of loyalty to, if it was him against the world, I'd be at his side, is Lucifer. Because in the end, he had a true story that touched my heart. Being betrayed, being cast out by your family is something I would not want any creature to go through. And in the end, he was being truthful, honest, he was smart, he was the best angel, so he knew God's evil better than anyone in our religion. And I really want to thank my teacher for showing me that side of Lucifer. Like, I've seen a lot of religions that told me about Lucifer, but this one seems to have all details, and I'm very, very, very impressed. I mean, tell you the truth, I was very blind to other religions when I was a lot younger because Christianity is so oppressive that you'd be beaten into it if you weren't a Christian usually down here. I tried pagan religions, Greek gods, but in the end, I had a vision, I guess you'd call it. I'm not sure if it's a vision or a dream, because I can't remember if I was even conscious, but a being with perfect blonde hair, very, very perfect blonde hair, icy blue eyes, and wings with golden feathers appeared to me. He said his name was Lucifer, and he kind of showed me a glimpse of hell where, yes, he does torture souls, but only for those who cannot be rehabilitated and only those who cannot accept that they may have done wrong in their life. He's not asking for forgiveness. He's asking for them to accept the good with the bad in their sin. And to tell you the truth, he said he is not there to ask for worship, or if you read John Milton's Paradise, it gives this quote, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. And it's because, in the end, Lucifer is very egotistical. He will ask you to be a servant, but he says it's completely up to you whether you want to serve him or not. In hell, it's sinner's paradise if you do it correct, if you accept that there is good and bad in your sin. I mean, no death, no fear, probably the only problem is no shame, so I've done prayer things, but this is just a thank you to my religious teacher. I owe him so much, because in the end, he told me, what you decide to do with this knowledge is your choice. God doesn't allow choice. The Christian God, Yahweh, will never allow choice. Therefore, I truly want you to decide to do with this knowledge. And I decided, whereas the other members of our religious teaching have decided to kind of document and hide their findings just to remember, I decided that I'd give the world a taste of my religion. Because in the end, you can't get anywhere without showing. And I feel like, that's why I love Lucifer. He struck me as a lot of things in my vision/dream. he is very, very arrogant, but he's very cheerful, and in the end, he is very compassionate and very, very protective of his followers. In the end, I've actually heard, even though he told me that physically God or him or no one will physically come down to help me, I often have dreams and I always feel like it's him kind of in the back of my head giving me little words of encouragement and helping me move past all the bad shit in my life. Ironic, right? The Emperor, the fallen angel of hell, who is not Satan, by the way. Satan's the devil, he's hands-on. Originally he was going to be the king of hell, but he's like, man, Lucy's probably better, you know. He grew up next to the king of heaven, so king of hell, emperor of hell. And while I go, you know, let humans enjoy themselves, you know, make them realize that there should be no shame, just complete and utter freedom and fun. It's been 11 minutes, and this is the end of the video. So if you'd please bite the living shit out of that like button, and while you're there, slash that subscribe button. From me to you to the full moon, so I'm gonna check my teeth. Oh.